This video is to go over the answer and the work for the UTRI number 1 for lesson 6.1, part 2, systems of linear equations in the real world. Remember, our objective is we're going to be able to write systems of linear equations to represent real world situations. Okay. So let's look at the UTRI number 1. Remember, before you watch this video, you should have tried this. That way you know that if you understand this concept or not. The question says the growth of 2 cats is studied over a period of 6 months. The initial weight and growth rate of each cat is shown in the table. Write a system of equations that you can use to compare the weights of the cats. So here it tells us we want to write a system of equations, and we're comparing the weights. So that's going to be our first variable, what we are looking for. Let's call it W is weight in pounds. Well, how do I know that it's pounds and it's not like ounces or anything like that? Well, we look at our table, right? Cat 1, cat 2, it's talking about pounds. So that's how you know that the units are pounds. Remember, the initial, we learned up here that the initial value is always the y-intercept. So let's label that. And then your rate, whatever that is, in this case it's pounds per month, it's always something per something. That's always going to be your slope. That's your number with the other variable. How do I know what my other variable is? Well, remember, the rate will tell you it. Pounds, we already know. We're looking for how many pounds per month. Month is a form of time. So let's say that T is our other variable, which is time in months. Okay. Now we have to figure out our equations because we want to write a system of equations, meaning we need 2 equations. We need an equation for cat 1 and an equation for cat 2. So let me write down cat 1 over here. Cat 1, we need our equation, and then cat 2 over here. Okay. Well, we know that the y-intercept, meaning the initial value, is 2 pounds, and we're looking for the total weight. So W equals, the cat starts at 2 pounds when they start studying it, and then we're adding, our rate is 3 pounds per month. And we know that month is represented by T here. So my equation is W, the weight, equals 2 plus 3t, because it starts at 2 pounds, and then you add 3 pounds per month. Let's look at cat 2. In the table, it shows that cat 2, the initial weight, right over here, the initial weight is 4 pounds. So W is going to equal 4 pounds at the start. That's our y-intercept. Plus our rate, or our slope, is 2.5 pounds per month. Pounds per month. That's why the slope is the number with the other variable. Okay. So the last thing we need to do after we've gotten our 2 equations for the 2 different cats is we have to write the system of equations. Well, remember a system of linear equations is when you have the 2 equations together. That way you'd be able to solve them, which we're not going to do in this lesson, but we'll do in a couple lessons from now. So let's write them together. Cat 1 is W equals 2 plus 3t. And then cat 2 is W equals 4 plus 2.5t. There's your systems of equations to represent comparing the weights of the cats. Okay, make sure you have all that work, the correct answer and the correct work. And now you can move on to watching the video for example number 2, which is labeled the video Lesson 6.1, Part 2, Systems of Equations in the Real World, example number 2. And then you can take notes on that.